You guys wondering how we afford everything that we afford? These are not real black cards. These are actually stickers on real cards. What is this episode about? Yes, it does involve cards. So we want to test the very best in the game. The iPhone leather wallet MagSafe. We want to see if the MagSafe of alternative products that are half the price of the iPhone leather wallet MagSafe work just as good. That we have brought. Do they perform just as good as the iPhone leather wallet MagSafe? Alright, so we got the Apple phone case along with the iPhone leather wallet. This is the case. I mean, it feels okay. Like it's nice, you know. It's flexible, it's bendy. It's got their little thing inside. And, oh, the inside is actually quite nice. It has this protection for your phone so that it won't scratch. So we're going to try to see how this one works compared to the knockoff. Wow, right off the bat, the inside is similar. Also feels pretty similar. It's got the rings, just doesn't have the iPhone logo, and obviously doesn't say designed by Apple in California. The quality, this one feels nicer. When you touch it, you can feel it. This one's more plasticky, less bendy, whereas this one's just nicer, you know, feels good. The buttons are also slightly different. This one has like a little clicky thing here. It's really nice quality. It actually goes right into your phone. Looks seamless. Whereas this one, it doesn't have a clicky option. And if you actually look inside when I'm clicking it, it kind of just, you know, is pushing in a little bit. Leather. This one smells better, as weird as that is to say. Okay, now we want to see how the iPhone leather wallet MagSafe sticks to the fake one and then the real one. When you look at it like this, can you tell which one's real and not? Of course you can, because this one says iPhone. But what we want to see if the fake one will activate the MagSafe ring. Maybe you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me show you. When you have the real iPhone MagSafe case, you're an iPhone, you pop it in here, you heard the sound, and then it has the ring on. So that tells you, okay, MagSafe is activated. Now let's see if the fake one can activate the MagSafe ring just as the previous one. Fake! Nothing's happened. They put a ring on their case, but the ring doesn't show. And that's how you know that it is fake. This is the iPhone leather wallet MagSafe. We're going to try to stick this to the real original Apple case. It's quite good. It sticks super well. Like, you want to just yank it off, but it doesn't really come off. It sticks on pretty well. Now we're going to try to see how many cards can this dude fit in. First, let's stick it back on. It's weird. Oh, that's cool. Did you guys see that? So if you try to stick it like on here, it doesn't really do much. Like, you'll see it just kind of slides off. But then as you're going up, it tells you the MagSafe is in place. And I can even feel it. I can almost feel like the magnets like attract the case on there. That's freaking cool. Technology. Voila! Alright, now it's like on really sturdy. So I think that's dope. You know, like, okay, it's not going to come off. We're going to try to fit in a couple of cards. I mean, no one goes very crazy with these things. Normally you'll have maybe 2 cards. Oh. It comes off if you try to put in cards while it's on. So maybe let's try to take it off. Put the cards in. It doesn't have that much space, by the way. It has space for 2 fake American Express cards. Let's pop it on there. It's on. Oh, it feels quite heavy. Like, my phone feels just so heavy now. It feels like a wallet. It's not coming off. Cool. Now we're going to try to put it on the fake case. And it's quite not sturdy. Yeah. So that's the thing. You have to get a real Apple iPhone case. If not, even though this is magnetic, it stays on, but then it comes right off. Yeah, so I mean, this case in itself doesn't look too bad, right? But if you specifically buy because you want to use the MagSafe probably just don't get this particular case. I mean, we've seen other reviewers review cases with which the MagSafe from Apple works okay. They're a little bit more pricier than this one. So you might need to buy a couple of them to see which one actually works and which one doesn't. We have some fake ones, not fake ones, but we have some alternatives that are cheaper. You want to see, one, if they stick on well, and two, they have more capability of holding bigger cards than just one or two. Right off the bat, it feels nice, but it's cheap compared to the Apple. The Apple feels super, just feels so nice in my hand. Like, it feels fuller, it's thicker, it's got more weight. This one doesn't have that much weight. It's actually much lighter. And also the leather just seems faker. The quality of the Apple one, of course, is nicer. You can see the stitches here are sort of looser, whereas this is just nice right off the bat. Let's see if it will just stick with the phone without the case. Okay, cool. So it sticks on the phone. Pretty solid. So it sticks on pretty strong, and it's just the same level of difficulty to take it off. It's pretty easy. You just pop it off. Now, I want to see if I put cards in, will it come off faster? Ooh, this one's harder to slide 2 cards in, and probably going to be even harder to now take it off. Just slide it on. Yeah. So it can't hold that much weight. The Apple one just sticks in better. It has 2 cards. It feels heavier. Right off the bat, you can tell the magnet inside of this is such good quality. You can feel it. Whereas this one, I don't even know how it's sticking, to be honest, because I feel like it's MK. It says, simplicity for life. Spelled wrong. It comes with a cleaner for your screen. Not bad. A little raffle ticket. And here's the actual card. Wow, this feels so cheap, like a grandpa's wallet from really just back in the day. It's so thin. The quality is not bad. It smells so freaking weird, like old socks. And it's just not sturdy at all. It just doesn't feel nice. The color is quite beautiful. So in comparison, this one actually at least tries to mimic somewhat of an Apple quality, where this one is just like, nah. We don't really care much. We're gonna try to see if this one sticks on the phone. It stays on pretty okay. Now let's pop in cards. So it's pretty hard to slide one card in. It doesn't have that much space. I want to try to pop in another card to see if it can hold 2 cards. Because I think most people do carry 2 cards. Ah, no, I can't get the card out. Ah, imagine being at the shopping mall and just being like, yeah, sorry, just give me 1 second. And then you just walk out because you can't get your card out, and now you're forever stuck.
It is really hard.
Yeah.
Do they have like a recommendation how many cards you can
Just
put
one.
in? Just one?
Yeah.
Man, I need my driver's license and my credit card.
You know what I mean? Like,
I can't.
Give up. We don't have any more cards. Okay, so we have 1 card in here. I'm gonna try to slide it back on. See if it stays on. Wow, it stays on okay, surprisingly. But I do very much so believe that if we popped on another card, it would not stay on. Maybe I can just add this one in. There we go. Cool, so it's not that hard to slide in 2 cards in this one. Yeah, it comes off right off the bat. Like, it cannot stand. None of the card holders, except the Apple one, can stand 2 cards. This one just slides right off.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes off if you aggressively shake it, but does it stand longer than the other cards? Yes, it does. Also, I don't know why you'd be just standing in public doing this. Like, why? The last one we have, which I personally really like the design of this one. I think it's cool. It can do more than just being a card holder. It also looks really classy. It's called Snap-On Phone Stand and Wallet by Muffed. You can have portrait mode, landscape mode, floating landscape mode. It's a 3-card wallet. Lets you know that you can actually put 3 cards in there. let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. It feels really nice. I will say comparable to the quality of Apple. It's soft, but it doesn't feel fake. The stitches are quite nice. It's got the logo. It's brown in color, so it's a nice color. And it has this functionality. So this is how you would turn it into a stand. Otherwise, it just sticks right on. And if you want to turn it into a stand, you just pop this off. Very simple, very, very easy. One thing I'm curious about is how and where am I going to put my cards in? Okay, cool. Sick. So this is how you would turn it into a stand. And then right here, it's a very tiny opening, which is so cool and secretive. This is where your cards will fit in. It's easy to pop open, which I like. It's more convenient than the other cases that we just saw. Oh, it's one card. It says 3 cards, so let's see if we can actually stand the challenge. That's 2 cards. Now it's starting to feel a little bit, heavier, a little bit tighter. And we want to add another card. We're going to take this one. And that's our 3rd card. So it says 3 cards, but it starts to get tighter. A little bit heavy, but the shape doesn't get ruined as much. So that's quite nice. Let's try to stick it onto our phone, see if it works well. Interesting, this doesn't activate the MagSafe on the iPhone. So it doesn't tell you if it's in place or not. We're gonna shake it to see if it lasts longer than the Apple one. Whoa. So this actually lasts so much longer than the Apple. And I can feel it shaking. It's trying to come off, but I think the cool part about this is what they've done is this thing here. So it actually takes the air and it's just shaking and releasing so that this part doesn't pop off. Now, let's see how cool the functionality of it works for being a case. I think the design is just so beautiful. So you can actually just stick it on right here, and that's how it becomes a stand. Now this is a stand, although it tilts my phone a little bit because of all the cases that are in there, so it's not very clean. It's a little bit tilted, which is alright. Overall, this is probably, interestingly, the best quality case so far. It's even better than the Apple. I mean, it can take 3 cards, it becomes into a neat stand, pops in like this, and as we saw, you can shake it forever and it doesn't come off. We tried the iPhone Apple case with the iPhone Apple MagSafe, but then we also tried some alternatives. I mean, most of those are quite cheap. This one and this one is like $5-10, The Moft is around 20. Do you think it's worth it to buy a non-Apple MagSafe wallet case? And what do you think about the cases? Is this something that you would purchase, or you would just go all out and spend the big money on Apple and then just have peace of mind?